What is first? Let me ask you this: what do you guys have against James Bond? You know, between Pierce Brosnan and the last James Bond.
Clearly, we love James Bond.
We just like to incur head trauma on him. That's the only thing. Is what we like to do.
It's the only way we'll be able to beat him up. Really.
We realised that we created a continuity issue though in the 3 films, in that the Shaun of the Dead does not feature James Bond, and the only way that Shaun of the Dead can feature James Bond is for an actor in Shaun of the Dead to become James Bond.
We can announce it.
I'm going
to be tied up with Ant-Man, so I'm not going to be able to do it. But you, buddy.
Yeah, I am going to be the next James Bond. Which is, I'm thrilled. I'm so thrilled. I think it's a very brave choice that they've made. And I'm not sure there'll be too many shots of me coming out of the beach in just a pair of gold swimming trunks. Oh, there might be, you know. I mean, thank you, man.
It starts out as Gary against his friends, and then it's his friends against the town, and then it's them against the galaxy, you know. So it sort of opens up into, like Edgar said, it starts tiny and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you realise it's a sort of galactic conspiracy. So I don't know what that is. It's about loss of identity and about having to struggle to have your identity sort of heard. Maybe it's part of being British. You know, we're a funny little island in the North Sea. We make a big noise, but nobody really listens to us anymore.
I think that's all changed now because of the royal baby. I think people will start taking us seriously again.
Since what's his name?
King George.
King George was born.
It's funny.
His full name is #RoyalBaby. One of the things that was nice and liberating about this doing something different is like there's no knives and guns in the film at all. It's all like kind of brute force. But then all of the robots are trying to do is grab their face and subdue them. So it's like turning it into the whole thing about the action, everything in the movie about it being like a nostalgia trip gone badly wrong. You know, like the whole thing is supposed to be like the cautionary tale of what happens if you turn the clock back. That nostalgia can be very, very dangerous. Even the baddies, not only are the kind of the sci-fi references from like the 50s and 60s of stuff that I grew up with, but even themselves, they're like action figures. The robots are like action figures. You can pull their arms and heads off. The heads pop right off. Even like the way they break is like Christmas ornaments and stuff.
This film was the most physically demanding of them all. I mean, we're older than we ever were. Obviously, that's what happens with the passing of time. Unavoidable. We're actually 25 in this. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I'm 43 now. I was 29 when we made. No, I wasn't. I was 23 when we made 33 when we made Shaun of the Dead. But you just have to get in shape. We really trained hard for all the physicality in this, for all the running and the.
I'm so lucky that I have a wife that understands that when I'm shooting a film, that is all I do. I don't go out. I work for an hour when I get home every night on the script. I get up an hour before my call time to work on the script, and I do 6 or 7 hours at weekends, just so I know everything back to front. And I think that's, as an actor, that's it. You know, if you can do that and you can go on set and be nice and have a laugh, then what a job.
Stanislav's actually smiling in his grave now.
Yeah. Eat that, Lee Strasberg.
Let's thank Nick Frost, Simon Pegg,
thank
and
you,
Edgar
thank you,
Wright.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Elvin. Thank you. Thank you very much.